Diamond Avery's coming back?
I don't know. I don't know if he's
Mike
or
had
not.
said he was gonna get another year.
What's that?
Mike had said he was gonna get another year.
It's possible.
Okay. And Nate George is coming back?
Yes. Hallelujah.
Is there anybody else?
I told him there aren't any jobs out there. You might as well get your master's.
Really? Will he graduate soon?
Yes, I think he'll be in graduate school in the fall. This guy's from Derry. Okay. Sharp guys.
Talk to Trevor Harris.
You know what? I've got 2 phone calls to make. He's the first.
That's a,
Did you hear what happened to him? Do you know?
I know it was a serious knee injury, and they knew it on the sideline that he was done. But the weird thing was, he got hurt and then he stayed in for 2 more plays.
That could happen with ACL. That could happen with any of them.
Then they had to carry him off the field.
Yeah, ACLs are really. Now I'm jumping that it's an ACL, but usually my experience is the less pain, the greater chance of ACL. And I've had guys, John Hollisack, who played 9 years in the NFL. We're playing at Iowa. He's just running down, covering a punt, and he just plants, and his leg goes forward, and he came off the field, and the doctors were. He said, "I'm going back. I'm okay." And so usually when guys reach their knee, I like them to have a lot of pain, because usually it's not as bad. And I'm obviously not a medical guy. That's just my experience. But I did not know what it was. In fact, I just got a call from, ironically, because I don't check my phone very often, my cell phone very often. And my battery was dead, and that's probably why I didn't get a lot of calls. So I charged it up, and I had a message from, it's probably been 2 weeks, from Suzanne Harris, and just wanted to know how Quasi was. I don't know if you saw her here at the game, but she's really hobbled with cancer, and here she is asking about everybody else. So no, I haven't spoken to him yet, but what a loss. Oh my. And they're a little different. I'd be surprised to see, because Joe Onson we recruited in the same class, and he's been the guy wearing a baseball hat all this time, and he gets some mop-up action in there. But I really thought he would be unlike Pat being thrown into the fire. I mean, he's been there before, and I think they only had like 60 yards to the offense the second half.
It was on TV last night. I watched a little.
Oh,
bit,
really?
And Clarion just brought 9 men up, and they'd only throw on 3rd and long, and so he was handing off on 1st and 2nd. It'd be 3rd and 7, and they went after him. He got sacked his first attempt, I think.
And that surprised me. It was Watson.
Yeah.
That surprises me, just because he's taken quite a few steps over the course of the years.
He looked jittery,
Huh.
but Clarion was bringing it.
Yeah.
There are no dummies in up there.
And they were down by 17 when that injury
It
happened?
was 17-6 at halftime.
17-6.
But he got hurt 2 plays before Edinburgh scored to make it 17-6. So,
Wow.
what's the wide receivers? I noticed JJ and Royale have not played much at all.
Jay's been out for almost 2 weeks. And we're fighting to find the 3rd guy. In fact, we're toying with this week and maybe even having Tobias be the 3rd wide receiver. We just haven't had anybody who has come on. Each has had their chances. JJ, Diamond, Royale, Constantine. Constantine went out last week, and we really thought, the one thing that Constantine gives you is he gives you great effort on special teams. He's been a special teams captain a couple times. But when he got in that position, he didn't really do all the things that we ask him to do. And so we have not gotten very good play. We don't have a legitimate third wide receiver now. If I had to do it all over again, I think I would, probably laugh at me, but I think I would have trained Quasi as the third receiver. I think he could have, by this time, he could have given us something. And not that he would have learned a lot, but just learned the three wide receiver, one position spot. Now to do that, either one of those guys has to come on, and JJ's still not practicing, or we toy with, we'll decide today, we toy with whether we give Tobias in three wide receivers. We take him from running back and go. It'd be easier for him just in terms of terminology to do it. But that has been one disappointing part, is we haven't had a third wide out that you could really count on. The other two guys, you know, they give us some real potential, but there's right now not a third guy.
Quasi told us up at Clarion that he would.
Yeah, I know
Welcome.
he would jump at it.
Yeah. Is it just too late to?
I think it's too late for him to learn enough. You know, if we had decided that was the way to go, you know, 5 weeks ago, and we taught him some new routes, and there's just so much a wide receiver that people don't understand, because every play, whether it's a run or a pass, there are adjustments in your alignments. There are conversions. I mean, you have to recognize the coverage and convert. And right now, that's what we're not getting from our third guys. They're just not dependable for Pat to be where they're supposed to be. The other two are, and so that's where. And I'm not saying that any of those guys with spring practice and another fall might not be able to give us that, but right now they're not, and you know, that's where recruiting wide receivers is going to be a priority. Now this Mike Scott we have. Freshman, he has a chance to really be special, and if he were able to play, I mean, he would definitely be with the top three, and he's going to be interesting to see. He's going to be a heck of a returner. Yeah, I think he'll give us a chance to hopefully pick up where we lost with the Quasi with punter. He returns punts effortlessly, catches the ball well, he's got great acceleration. Hopefully he'll do well in school and learn enough in the spring.
At this level, is it possible to put a Quasi on the field to do nothing on offense? I mean, if the other team sees him come out there and line up on offense, suddenly they're worried, even if he doesn't even. At this level of football, does that ever work? Decoy people?
I don't think it would do much. I mean, if I were, again, whether you're in man or you're in zone, you know, if I'm a zone player, I may get deeper. You know, he had a touchdown saving tackle in the game Saturday. And it was called back because of penalty, but there's nobody else in the field who would have caught that quarterback. He was the guy. Because we had some guys that, you know, at our level had pretty good speed. They weren't catching that kid. And Quasi walked him down. But, yeah, that would have been in hindsight, 20/20 hindsight, it would probably been a good move for us. And right now it's frustrating because of Quasi. He's getting no action. They don't kick to him. They don't punt to him. And they aren't throwing to him very much. I mean, here's a guy that had eight interceptions last year. It isn't like he's been dropping balls. They aren't throwing to him. I mean, and it really began with Edinburgh. Edinburgh threw into the boundary most of the time. I mean, Trevor just said I wasn't going there. You know? And so